welcome to a new video. I am obviously Perseus Hades Scissorhands, and today I am here to play a game called Our Life Beginning and Always. Much like with Hades, I have played this game quite a few times over like a period of few years. In fact, this is actually like the first ever game that I played on my PC, because at the time I didn't have any of the Steam vouchers to get any of the games that required money. So this was like the first game I played because of the fact that it's free. A little about this game is that you as the main character, I would go through the main character stuff in a second, but I'll get through the story first. The overall story of Our Life Beginnings and Always. Sorry, it's a long ass title. The overall story of this game is that you live in a town called Sunset Bird that is obviously near a beach, and not many kids are there. There's like a few, but there's like not that many. And you get a new neighbour named Cove, and this follows like your friendship with Cove from a young age to like adulthood, with like some options of to date Cove, or and there's like a DLC that I do have. If we have a look over here, there's a DLC where you can have a wedding with Cove, and there's also a DLC with Derek. You don't marry him apparently, spoilers. And there's also one for Baxter. I have a separate save file for Baxter himself. I haven't gotten around to it yet, but like I said earlier, I do have a save file specifically for Baxter. And I do have one for Derek, and I have married Cove twice already, so I already know what that's like. I might do Cove for my first playthrough with you guys, just so then you guys know what it's like and all that. And as you can see on the very top one here, in terms of DLC information, there is voiced DLC, which you can automatically get because it's free. Not every name is in there, so I don't think my IRL name is in there, which I'm not going to say with you guys, but I don't think my IRL name is in there. And I don't think Perseus is either, or Percy. So I might either try and get the closest I can to my real name, or the closest to my online name. I know Athena is in there, but I don't want to go by Athena in this game. So we'll see. Would you like gameplay explanation sections to appear? I might do it for you guys, just so then you know what it's like. So yes. Our Life tutorial time. Welcome to Our Life Beginnings and Always. This game is heavily reading, so I'll just let you guys know that as well. There are various ways you can customize and interact with the game. This tutorial is an overview of how certain features work. You can read the full tutorial from the main menu to learn about everything in detail. To start off, the game is divided in 4 time periods called steps. Step 1, childhood. Step 2, adolescence. Step 3, young adult. And step 4, adulthood. Our life is divided into sets of vignettes that take place during specific periods of time. These are called moments. Moments can be played in any order or skipped entirely. You move on to the next step whenever you want by selecting that summer is ending. Step 1 through to 3 involve 5 moments each, and even more can be unlocked by purchasing DLCs. Some are out now and other DLCs will release later on. Step 4 is an epilogue and doesn't include moments. A lot happens over the years and that go by, especially in regard to the character you play as. You determine nearly everything about the main character: name, appearance, personality, pronouns, interests, skills, their relationship with major characters, and so on. I put emphasis on pronouns because this is a thing that I love about the game. I tested it out just like randomly one day, and the game it notices it in step 2 that if you change your pronouns and name in the game recognizes it by saying how you have changed to these pronouns and that you go by this name now, and how your family and friends have basically said that they support you. And I love that about this game. I absolutely love it. Just wanted to say. So it's very LGBT friendly. You can decide to change the details as times go on, with a few exceptions. Your last name, skin tone, and eye color can't alter once set. Much of the MC's basic traits are determined on a character creation section. As the MC goes up, more options become available on the screen. As mentioned, one of the decisions you will get to make for your character is selecting a name. You can type any name you like, or you can pick a preset name. Preset options are voiced names because the name will be voiced aloud by the romantic lead. You get to hear him say your name as you play through the story. Only the default name Jamie is included in the base game. Hundreds more can be added by getting a free voiced name expansion DLC. The full collection of names is separated out as a DLC because of how large it is. If you're not interested in that feature, you don't need to get it. Each name in the DLC belongs to or was selected by someone who supported this project. On the character creations screen, there's a cute doll you can decorate to get an idea of what your MC looks like with different traits put together. Not all the things you decide about the MC will appear on the doll. The script referencing what you've decided for the MC is the main way those decisions influence the game. Our life has a first-person perspective, so your character doesn't appear next to the character sprites. You only see the MC as a decorative doll and in special cut-in CG images. The cut-in CGs only appear if certain choices are made. It's possible not to see any during a playthrough. There's also a second type of special MC-based screen, the interest/comfort scene. Unless you get DLCs, the game has one love interest, Cove Holden. He goes up with the MC, and the interest/comfort screen is crucial for determining how that plays out. Interest level sets how much you like him. There are 4 levels: disinterest, fond, crush, and love. Love is only available starting in step 3, and if you were fond or crush in step 2. Comfort determines how you generally react/think when it comes to him. There are 3 levels: nervous, relaxed, direct. Your level of interest and comfort will set the type of dynamic your character has with the love interest. What you did in the past will influence the present, and feelings can change over time. You get to pick your interest/comfort near the beginning of every step. Comfort can switch between the 3 levels you play as you please. Your interest level can only stay the same or increase. Your current level of interest will become the new lowest option on the screen in the future. For example, if you decide to be fond in step 1, disinterest will not be available on the screen in steps 2 and 3, which will make fond the bottom level option for your relationship. The interest level has an impact when it comes to physically interacting with Cove. While growing up, things are rather simple. If you get along with one another, and have a close relationship, you can choose to touch him, and Cove will occasionally interact with the MC in light-hearted or comforting ways. But starting in step 3, touching can become more romantic or suggestive at crush or love. To make sure things go nicely with that, there will be an extra choice to determine initiate level, and a bonus mini tutorial that goes along with the choice to explain the feature in more detail. Basically, even if you decide you like Cove, the game won't force you to act on those feelings. You can always choose not to get together with him, choose not to accept or give romantic gestures, etc. If you decide, I really need to learn to read, don't I? If you do decide to date Cove, though you can't break up with him later. Interest/comfort gets the basics down, but it's the choices that appear throughout the normal game events that decide what actually happens between the MC and Cove. And it isn't only the MC who is impacted by your decisions. Cove grows and changes over the years. How he's treated and what he experiences help shape who he becomes. In step 2 and step 3, Cove's personality, appearance and interests will vary based on what happened in the previous step. It's something of a mystery. Explain exactly how your decisions end up changing him, and can try to guess as you go along. It's something of a mystery exactly how your decisions end up changing him. You can try to guess as you go along. Or if you prefer, you can also just design your own ideal Cove directly using the Cove Creator option that pops up at the beginning of steps 2 and 3. Making the choices you want is always more important than making a choice because you feel like you have to in order to get a certain result. When a choice does appear, you'll see that hovering the cursor over an option shows a certain color: yellow, blue, green. The colors aren't related to specific points and effects. They're only there to give a bit of insight on the tone/emotion of the choice, since text alone can potentially be read in more than one way. Blue tends to be casual/straightforward, yellow more emotive/reactive, and green less certain/uncommitted. Though there are hundreds of options in our life, and not every choice menu falls in line with that pattern. Picking just one color every time doesn't give a gameplay benefit. Only stick to the certain type if that's what you happen to like. Otherwise, switch freely between them. Always pick yellow, never pick yellow. Pursue romance right from the start. Never romance them, just be disagreeable or amiable. None of them will lead to a bad ending. You're welcome to enjoy the events and shape the story without reservation. And then, if you like, you can play again and try something new. There's only ever more good content to discover. We hope you have a nice time with our life. Thank you for playing. So that is the overall. I realized that we spent like nearly 10 minutes on that. I'm sorry, but I just wanted you guys to see. And this is what I mean. They, she, he. You can choose the pronouns for your character. I'm gonna go with she. I'm not gonna keep the name Jamie simply because that's the name of my brother, and I do not want to have the name of my brother. So I'm going to choose another name. This is what I mean. Because I got the DLC for the names, I get to choose all the names here. I just want to, is my actual name on here? That's the question. I don't think it is. I know I said it in earlier, it's definitely not. And none of them are red. None of them are really.
Kilton.
None of them are close to mine. But is there any close to Percy or Perseus? I don't think. Is there any P names? Oh, there are. I just missed them. None of them are like my real name, my username. So in that case, I might go with I'm gonna go with any of these names. I think the best thing about it is that because there's a name in here called Atticus, and the game doesn't Atticus. The game doesn't scrutinize you for having a male name as a female. So you can have whatever name you want. So I'm just gonna see which one I would like to have. For this, I might have a gender neutral name, but I also really like the name Chance.
Charlie.
No.
Chance.
I like the name Chance. Believe it or not. I also like the name Chase, but the name Chase isn't on here.
Chantal. Dexter.
Yes, this is what I mean. It has
Dwayne. Finist.
I might go with Chance.
Chance.
I don't know what I was saying. We get to design a character. I'm actually being fucking pale. I'm sure a lot of people are actually. I might go with olive. Eye shape, round. I go just round. Round 2. There we go. My eye color isn't black. It's not blue. Go with that one. Okay, it only has certain hairstyles. I'm going with that one. Parted and then pull back. Just double check. Spiked. Oh yeah, I love this one. Gonna go with blonde, which is, I think it's called yellow in here. It's not called blonde. It's called yellow. Yellow. There we go. Birthmarks. No. I mean, I do have a birthmark, but it's not on my face. That's the thing. And even better, you can have scars. I'm gonna add it. I don't have scars on my face in real life, but I think scars add personality. Oh, your cheeks, no thank you. I have IRL freckles, but I'm not gonna add them here. Hand size. Mine are chubby. I might go with slender. Even though mine are chubby, I'm not gonna go off real life, okay? I don't need glasses at the moment, so don't need them. Yeah, no glasses for me. Or Chance. Birthmarks? No. Well, mine IRL is close to my chest, so shirts, pants. That's what I wear in real life. And I wear a watch. I wear a watch now. There you go. Done. There we go. Now for the actual gameplay. Time for a lot of reading. Summer and sunset bird was a special time of year. Your usually sleepy town began to bustle. It was a popular tourist destination with people coming all over to enjoy the beach, the weather, and the relaxation that came with both. The smell of the ocean, crisp and salty, hung in the air, bringing 3 whole months of schoolless vacation with it. During the summer, your mums didn't like you to wander too far outside of your neighborhood, so you knew the area pretty well. That included the people. Families came and went from Sunset Bird, but they mostly stayed and did what your mums called putting down roots. They built businesses, they got to know each other, and they definitely said hello to the nice young kids who waved when passing their stores. Going for a walk around town mostly meant that the familiar, friendly residents waved or asked how your family was, or most often just said hello. You didn't really get why they always had to say hi. They saw you every day, but you nodded back at them anyway. You ended up saying hi to a lot of different people, since most of the tourists that came and went every summer were the same ones. You were too anxious to say hi back to most of the other residents that greeted you, but they all knew you well enough to expect that. This one would be me, the bottom one. This one. That one. They still smiled at you anyway, and that made you feel a little more comfortable. But today, there was a man sitting on the curb outside your house. He was sitting with his head in his hands, his whole body slumped over, and you wondered if he was even a real person, or a statue that had magically sprung from the ground overnight. Whoever, or whatever he was, you hadn't seen him here before. One thing about knowing everyone in Sunset Bird was that people who you didn't recognize really stood out. It was rare for tourists to venture into the residential district, as your mums called it. So for you, not knowing who a total stranger was set off a lot of red flags. Your mums had talked to you and your big sister Lizzie about this kind of situation before. You hadn't exactly been listening at the time. You think it could be okay to talk to new people. They mentioned that some people aren't good to talk to, but other types of people can help you even if you don't know them. You remember that it's okay to run away if you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to worry about being polite then. The bottom one. You weren't sure about this man yet. Still, you felt a bit scared knowing that he was blocking the way to your front door. But you were pretty interested. You wanted to know more about what was going on. Whether or not he was nice or not, you didn't want to be bothered. I'm gonna go first one. You slowed down, your mind racing for ideas on how to get past him unseen, but it was too late to escape. There was a split second where your eyes met, and you took in a shaky breath. Your eyes darted into the sky, pretending to stare at a bird that was hovering nearby. Hey! His voice startled you and made you jump, but still, you didn't look at him. The bird landed on top of a nearby gatepost, and its black feathers ruffled against the gentle breeze. So much reading. Trying to keep your eyes on it was tough, especially when the man stood up and started making his way towards you. Not wanting to seem too approachable, you folded your arms and stared. Still unsure about him, but willing to be friendly, you offered the stranger a smile. Your whole body froze in place as he approached. I'm going to go to the second one. The man gives a grin of his own back. Do you live around here? What's your name? You looked the man up and down, taking in his tan skin and relaxed appearance. At least his clothes were relaxed. The way he was acting wasn't. He had sharks on his shorts and a stingray tattoo, and you wondered if he was obsessed with the ocean or something. While you made your assessment, he looked at you expectantly, waiting for an answer to his question. Yeah, I live here. I live right there. My name is Chance. You continued to say nothing. This one. Great. Nice to meet you, Chance. He gave you a broad smile, relief settling on his face. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a clean $20 bill. It crinkled in his hand as he held it up to you. Even more confused than before, you looked back at him.
Well,
Could you do me a favor? Nothing bad. Sorry, I should have... Let me start over. He cleared his throat and stood up straighter. From where you were standing, it made him look creepier. I have a son. His name is Cove. He's about your age. Cove. That seems like a strange name for an actual living person to you. You chewed on the inside of your cheek. This guy was definitely obsessed with the water. He thought it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool, man. Let's be honest. You've never met anyone with that name. We moved in across the street, see? He gestured toward the house that had been empty for a year, his watch catching the late afternoon sunlight and reflecting off the walls. The gigantic for sale sign was finally gone. You must be Chance last, right? I met your mums earlier. They told me you were 8, just like him. So... He shook the $20 bill to bring it back to your attention, a hopeful smile tilting his lips at the corners. Can you try to be friends with the boy? Just give it a chance and you can keep this. He's a good kid. You will like him.
Do you mind?
But you've got to keep it a secret too, okay? It wouldn't be friendly to say his dad sent you. You eyed the man. You felt kind of sorry for Cove. Did other kids really get their parents to pay for friendships? You eyed the man. That what could be so bad about this Cove kid that his dad would need to bribe strangers to be friends with him? What do you say? Want to make a deal? You took the bill. You didn't want the money. You ran away. I don't want the money. I don't want to be paid for that. It's too weird. He deflated enough to notice, but not completely.
Are you sure?
Are you sure? It wouldn't be so bad. Even if it's just for the summer. That'll be enough. I also noticed that last time you could hear the fan of my computer in the background. I'm hoping that's not too much of an issue for you guys. I really hope it's not. Yeah, I read that already. That only made this sound more strange to you. Why does it lasting for the summer matter? When it was clear his initial strategy wasn't going to fly, he tucked the bill into a back pocket and changed the request. I get it. You don't have to. Would you be comfortable with he and I coming by for a normal visit? No money involved? Yeah, I want to meet him. Okay, you can do that. I guess you'll have to ask my mums. You didn't answer the man. Yeah, I want to meet him. His smile got bigger again. His eyes crinkled at the sides. I'll bring him by tomorrow. I wanted him to meet and greet with the neighbours today, but well, I don't know where he's going off to. He laughed when he said that, but with the way his face looked at you, you thought he actually wanted to cry. If you see him, can you tell him to come on home? He's got a pink cast and glasses. You can't miss it. I can try. You nodded, not totally certain that you would find Cove, but willing to look. The man smiled and reached out to pat you on the head, paused before doing so, then pulled his hand away instead. Your mums are already checking around for me. Such a thoughtful group you are. Now I better go look too. Can't put everyone else to work while I keep sitting here. I thought he might come back, and that's not what's important. I have to go. Thanks again, Chance. So much. He jogged off down the street without another word. You decided to check the hills behind your house. Step 1. First sight. The chirping of crickets in the tall grass greeted you, quiet and familiar. From the top of the hill you could see the ocean. As you walked, you listened to the crash of the waves on the shore, the seagulls squawking as they settled down for the night. You always loved the ocean. It was so much fun. You loved to hear stories about the sea, about the merfolk and sea serpents you imagined living far beneath the waves. You did enjoy the beach at all, especially the sand, which got absolutely everywhere. That one's not true. I do fear the ocean, but I don't say I don't enjoy going to the beach. That one's not me. I do love mythology, so I'll go with that one. Sometimes you could almost convince yourself you had seen the flash of a shiny mermaid's tail in the distance. You took in a deep breath. You tried to relax and couldn't. You weren't sure what, but something told you weren't alone, so you glanced around. There was a boy sitting at the top of one hill, almost completely hidden within the long grass and white flowers surrounding him. His head was buried in his knees, staring ahead by himself. For whatever reason, probably just that he wasn't paying attention, he hadn't noticed you yet. You watched him a minute longer, feeling a little bit like you found a deer in the wild. Though deer didn't have green hair, wavy eyebrows, huge glasses, pink casts, sad frowns. They have none of the above. Pink casts. But this boy did. You wondered how he got it. After a few seconds, you stepped forward, then another. Then he glanced your way. His aquamarine eyes reflected the light of the moon. You stopped, raising a hand to acknowledge him and show you weren't scary. Hi. Hey, Space Cadet. Are you lost? Are you lost? Because I am always lost. With a start, he jumped to his feet, his hands balling into fists at his sides. I know that we're only just in the beginning, but I've noticed that this video and the recording of my voice has gone quite long, so I think I'm gonna end it here for now. Do let me know if you guys want to see more of this, because there is a hell of a lot I can get through, considering that I've got every single DLC that's out at the moment. So let me know if you guys like this or not, and I will definitely continue it. I'm probably going to continue it whether you guys like it or not, but who knows. So I'll see you all next time in the next video. Bye!